This product here hits page 1 in just a week of us launching it. It has 0 reviews. We did not do any free giveaways. We just used a simple PPC strategy that just constantly brings in the result. And in this video, I'm going to break it all down in just 5 simple steps so you can launch your product to page 1 fast. By the way, my name is Alan, and I have sold over $5 million on Amazon FBA, and I have built a team of 7- and 8-figure sellers, and together we have helped over 250 people build and grow their own Amazon businesses. Now let's get into the video. Before we even touch on any of the advertising, let's get one thing straight. The goal of launching a product is not to make money. The goal is to send Amazon a message. Hey Amazon, when people see my product, they buy it. So please push my product to more people for them to see it and buy it from me. Now, Amazon runs as a company. They only make money when you make sales. So if you can prove that you can help them make more money, they will reward you by boosting your product ranking fast. So this is how it works. When you first launch your product with PPC, Amazon will start tracking your data. They will watch how many people click it, how many people buy it, and are people keep buying it. If you are getting all the orders from a certain keyword, Amazon pushes the organic rank of that keyword higher. And that is the goal of your launches. So now let's talk about ACoS. This is where everyone freaks out when their ads hit like 100%, 120%, or sometimes 200% ACoS during launch. But guess what? That is totally normal. At the launching stage, you are buying your way into visibility. You are paying to get your products in front of people and to prove that it converts to Amazon. So here is the realistic expectations. Your target ACoS during launch could go up to 100% or even 200%. Yes, that means that you might lose a bit of money at the start, but you are doing that on purpose because every sale you get is building your ranking up. That's why we only care about sell velocity and keyword ranking when we launches, not your ACoS or are you making money right now. All right, now before we set up our campaign, let's see what your revenue goals are for that product because that will decide what your target sales velocity needs to be to reach your goal. Once you have a number in mind, then go into your product subcategory and check out the best-selling rankings. And use tools like Seller Spread or Helium 10 to see how many orders you will need to reach your revenue goal. Now, if your competitors are selling 30 units a day to reach the revenue goal, then that is your launching goal. That means 30 orders per day to be at that position where your competitors are. So that is your mission. Your mission is to hit that number. It doesn't matter how profitable it is at first. And then basically reverse engineer to see how many sales you should be making per day. Let's say you have 2,000 units and you're planning to sell out in 60 days. Then you just divide 2,000 by 60, and then you roughly need to be selling around 33 units per day. And if that's your goal, let's hit that. Step number 2, you want to find the keywords that actually converts. Now that you will need to figure out where those sales are actually coming from, reverse search your top competitors and pick the top 10 to 15 highly relevant keywords. These are going to be your core sales driving keywords, and you are going to build your ad structure around these. And to do this, you just simply need to pick 1 to 3 of your top competitors with the most similar product of yours and use Seller Spread to reverse search these keywords. By the way, just forget about Helium 10 because only Seller Spread can give you the keywords that your competitors are actually getting their sales and traffic from. And it just makes life so much easier than using Helium 10. If you would like to learn how to use Seller Spread to find your top competitors' keywords, I will leave the link below for you to watch. Now, step 3 is setting up with 3 simple ad structure. Here's the ad startup that we use every time during launch, and trust me, it works. Now, campaign number 1, which is the automatic campaign. Now, for this automatic campaign, it's going to be different. You only want to run closed match campaign, and you want to turn off those loose match complements and substitutes. And we want to start setting the budget to around $20 or so. You could go higher if needed, set it as default bid, and then increase the budget and bid when we see good results. Then you want to do your research and find negative, irrelevant keywords up front before you actually set up the campaign. So we don't waste any of your precious money. For example, if you are selling a blue 1 liter bottle, you want a negative exact keywords like pink bottle, 2 liter bottle, etc. like that. Then you would simply let Amazon do its thing to find you the uncovered hidden gems, basically your keywords. All right, campaign number 2, which is your manual broad keyword. Now let's select 5 to 10 core keyword phrases and then set them on broad match. And set your budget to 2 or 3 times your estimated conversion cost. Now, what this conversion cost means, so let's say your average cost per click is $1. If you estimated that your conversion rate is going to be 10%, that means you need to get 10 clicks to get 1 sale. That means $10 is your conversion cost for that keyword. So $20 to $30 for each keyword you include in there. Then you want to add the negative keywords and keyword phrases that you have found before here as well. For bidding strategies, you want to set it as default bid and fixed bid only. Now, campaign number 3, which is your manual exact campaign. Now, from the list of the keywords that you have found from your competitors, you want to find 10 to 20 long tail keywords that are super relevant to your product and then put them into a manual exact campaign. Also, once you have found some good keywords that you have found from your auto campaign or your broad campaign, you can add them into your manual exact campaign as well. Now, for budget wise, we want to be setting it as 4 to 5 times your estimated conversion cost, because this is going to be one of the most relevant keywords and potentially your best performing campaign. And to start, set it as default bid and fixed bids only. All right, now that you have set up your campaign and running it for a few days, you're probably going to see a cost going up to 100% or 200%, and you will really be tempted to optimize early. Well, don't. Because your goal is, again, not to get a 20% A cost. Your goal is to hit that 30 orders per day mark, no matter what the A cost is. So as you start getting sales, you will see your keywords climb up the ranks. And that is the result you want. And that is a successful launch. Now, once your top keywords start ranking, your job is to hold the line. You want to keep the momentum going for at least another week for it to stabilize. You want to let Amazon see that your product belongs on the page 1, because that is where all the sales are coming from. Hopefully the top 3. And when you are getting some organic traffic, you can start optimizing your advertisings. And once you see that you're getting some organic traffic and organic sales, you can start optimizing your ads, especially on the keywords that are already ranking well. And you can also send your PPC to run ads only during the top performing hours. That will really cut your ACoS by a lot, dramatically. Overnight, actually. And if you want to learn how to do that, click on this video to see that. You want to also lower in your bids or pausing low conversion search term that has been getting a lot of clicks but no conversion at all. And you can now start to target new competitors who have worse offers or reviews using the product targeting campaigns. All right, now that you know how to launch your product using the most efficient PPC strategy to this date, you need to make sure that your listing is fully optimized before launching. Because if your listing sucks, doesn't matter how great your strategy is, you are going to fail. You are going to lose money. So you want to make sure to watch this video next, where I teaches you how to best optimize your product before launching.